My name's Sam. I'm the founder of the charity Grab Life by the Balls. I've been on the Sunshine Coast since the start of 2014. Moved up as a fresh out of uni chiropractor. Absolutely love the sunny coast, the lifestyle, the location, the people, the weather. It is a bit like a big country town, and I think that creates a really cool environment, and there's obviously lots of potential for growth in the area. Grab Life by the Balls started, I seemed to stumble upon men's mental health stats, suicide stats, and a bunch of other stats that I felt the stats were un-Australian, and I wanted to do something about it. Naive enough to think I could do something about it, and stumbled upon some social catch-ups, which basically 9 years ago, pretty much to the day, we started running what was Bros, Burgers and Brews back in the day, and then that grew to hosting a few other events, then got some local media behind us, and then that got a bit more traction, and then people started seeing us. People saw what we were doing, found out what we were doing and why we were doing it. They asked if they could give us money, so then luckily I've got a good mate. It wasn't hard to define how many times we caught up for a burger, but there was one particular night where the idea came from, and luckily Timmy sits on the board of like Comlink and runs a bunch of other businesses and helps a bunch of other boards, so he knew what to do on the business side of things. All of a sudden, sometime during COVID, we became a charity. Social connection wasn't too great during COVID, but we snuck through, had a few different life events happen throughout that time, trying to find my purpose and find a career that I was really passionate about. And then trying to make that a career, to grow a small charity to a fledgling emerging charity. It's been quite a journey. Currently sitting here now, we have 23 locations that host a regular catch-up around the country: Queensland, New South Wales, ACT, Victoria, and we've gone across into South Australia. In about a month's time or so, there should be 30 locations across Australia. And the idea is that mateship is a really great thing to decrease risk factors for poor, not just mental health, but physical health as well. It's also one of the key things to live a longer, healthier, happier life. And if we use the term mateship, it kind of bypasses a lot of stigma around men's mental health or any other issues around trying to make positive change to a challenging demographic. And the bigger picture is that we'd like to be a grassroots charity, but well known across Australia. And when people go, hey, we just did a great thing for Grab Life by the Balls, but where are they locally? And no matter where you are in Australia, you have the ability to say, hey, yeah, good question, but they actually catch up for a coffee around the corner. They actually down the pub down the road, they have Friday knockoffs there. We want to be making impact in the communities at a grassroots level to help make that positive and proactive change to men's health and wellbeing. I wasn't sure what to expect. I think I'm pretty good at not having too many expectations. At the time, we were looking at trying to shake the tree and make a bunch of impact. I wasn't sure whether we were going to do retreats or like have an upsell or something from that event. And what we stumbled upon was that just the concept of getting guys together at a regular time, a regular place, and the actual relaxed environment of, you can talk about the weather, you can talk about the footy, you can talk about the cricket, you can talk about whatever you want. It's a great space for blokes to just hang out and chew the fat. I like to say I founded a charity by accident. We definitely wanted to make impact, and I'm always blown away by the simplicity of what we do, but the impact that brings. So it's pretty cool to sit back. I'm sure I've had the vision of, not at the time, not 9 years ago, but as things grew and we started to see how things work, definitely the vision for that is what I've mentioned previously. Blown away on the Sunshine Coast, blown away. Obviously, we've done a lot of groundwork, if you like, for 9 years. Many of our unique selling points, one of them is that we host events in public. They're seen and very different to a men's circle, maybe that's hidden away and has a different purpose and having deeper conversations. Ours are quite prominent. They're at local shops, they're at local coffee shops, at local breweries. They're seen, and I think that creates its own social norm for guys to actually step up and come along, which can be a challenge. And then there's lots of people who have a deeper purpose as to why they want to support or get involved. They've been touched by something, they've gone through their own challenges. Just reinforces the impact that we'd like to make, and that, yeah, just below the surface, there's lots of challenges, and we all go through them no matter what walk of life. What I didn't realise at events, like I didn't realise the importance of just the brand, and I didn't believe a brochure or a sticker could change someone's life, but for some guys, just knowing that there's something out there, that has been quite impactful. And then obviously women are great supporters. They can see things and want to encourage their guys in their life or their men in their life to come down and get involved, but they know and understand what we're talking about as well. So yeah, the Sunshine Coast has been amazing. It's our home, it's our spiritual home. We'd love to keep going over the next 5 or 10 years and beyond. We'd love to be still based here on the Sunshine Coast. It is really hard to pick just one. We have a bunch of supporters with Hot 91 who have been with us for a long time, and Sam Coward, and then now Rod as the GM there. They've been great supporters of ours. Your Mates Brewing, Matt McGarry and the team have been fantastic for like 6 or 7 years, and these guys have been supporting us since we were even more fledgling than we are now. We're kind of like a little startup. We're just an idea. Some crazy guy with a crazy idea, a crazy vision. And then more recently, obviously, Webexpenses stepped up and did Grab Life by the Dodgeballs, and then Mark supported us with some donations from Webexpenses as well. I think it just speaks to the great community on the Sunshine Coast. We did great collaboration with Bloom Hill Cancer Care this year with Joe and Mervat and the team out there. And that sort of links into the Maroochy Chamber, where obviously we connected as well. And the Maroochy Chamber is great to get around and meet a bunch of different people doing cool stuff on the Sunshine Coast. But I think in general, like I said, I think the Sunny Coast, I've heard it referred to as little country towns that all overlap, and I think that creates a great community of people that are keen just to get to know who you are, rather than just go straight to signing off on something and dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Yeah, well, I suppose if you like, for a business model, a charity, it's interesting. The people that you work with are the people that also bring in the income. For us, our attendees, our guys that come to our events, they're there for their purpose and their reason. We love to keep them there with very little barriers to entry and things like that. So the whole time has been this sort of first sort of startup phase, and going into our growth phase now has been like, well, how do we make that work as a business model, if you like? And now SEO, I stumbled across and did our own SEO, and that translated into some really good Google rankings. And what we've found is that there's a bunch of people buying into I think they see a name that they've never heard of, and obviously it's a little bit cheeky with Grab Life by the Balls. They see the messaging about mateship, they see that we're maybe a smaller charity, and I think there's a bit of stigma with the bigger charities as to where the money goes. And so we've had a bunch of people from motorsport. We've had Marcus Dumsney, who's the son of Max Dumsney, if you're into your sprint cars. We've had guys almost at the V8 level in motorsport. We've had people that ride around Australia. We had Lucas from Adelaide, who rode from Adelaide to Darwin last year. He rode around Australia for us this year. We had Mel run from Canberra to Brisbane. We've had amazing people reach out. And it started with Charlie and Mitch on a tandem bike from Sydney all the way to the Gold Coast, and did a massive fundraiser. And those little fundraisers have really got us through that initial growth phase. And as we grow and expand, we're looking for that more stable income, but the fundraisers from amazing people doing really cool stuff around the country, not just on the Sunshine Coast. And that SEO has really driven our growth and made things a lot more viable financially, being allowed to make more impact by getting more people involved in working on things rather than just delivering the events that we hold. Yeah, tech and automation is massive for us. Obviously, keeping up with it, like I mentioned, SEO was great for us, but now we'll be looking at how do we get picked up better with the AIs that are out there and the process around that, which is great because you can just ask them what you need to do. Then it's actually going and doing it. The automation and the admin side of things, if we can keep our systems and processes and our things streamlined, that allows us to do more of what we're good at and make impact through our events and getting out and making impact rather than becoming admin heavy with things like that. And you just got to try these things. You've got to be across a few different things. For us, I suppose there has been some strategy, but a bit of like suck it and see kind of strategy as to what works for us, see what sticks. And the SEO was something that stuck with us and that's given us a good leverage point, and then it's the follow-up with that. Our processes and stuff as we grow and expand across Australia, obviously AI and automations that way are going to help us a lot better, and then keep delivering the impact rather than just, like I said, getting stuck down with paperwork. Yeah, and it's a challenge, right? Because you do need some, what I've noticed is that I'm surprised by how much in the growth that we've seen. So we had about 8 catch-ups this time last year. We're now at 24 as of this weekend, sorry. And then potentially 30 very early next year, the amount of admin to do has surprised me, but the admin is kind of necessary at the same time to maintain the quality of what we're doing and to provide that impact. So if you can see it as impact, I kind of see it as that's fantastic, but also trying to keep it streamlined, trying to still keep that the essence of what we are about at Grab Life by the Balls, not get too driven into a corporate paperwork kind of model. In general, we like partnering with good people, essentially. If we get along with the person, or for me, if you're dealing with me, I think if we get along together and we can work together, I think that speaks volumes. And then I feel like we try to maintain our relationships. We are the mateship, part of our stuff here is the mateship movement, and we like working with our mates and we like to continue to do that. And yeah, we've dropped the ball on a couple of things, but we do really try and make an effort of continually working with people that we feel aligned with, that we trust and that we get along quite well with. And if they're associated with a brand like Sunshine Toyota or Hot 91 or Your Mates Brewing, that's fantastic. And that other things have come from the connections of other people, such as like how we met, or through the Marucha Chamber, or just people connecting you with other people. We've got the guys at Wave CRM came on board, much more personable structure that, compared to the other CRM we're using, it's based overseas. Like we had someone local-ish to Southeast Queensland helping out. So the Wave CRM team came on board. We're in the process of changing our merch provider because of a connection of a mate of a mate, and then wanting to work together and have that personal approach. So at our stage, it's great to have that personal approach rather than going for the big shiny target of this amazing thing that's meant to solve all your problems. I think it's people as part of that conversation, not just having a quality product. It's get out and do it. There are so many events on the Sunshine Coast once you know where to look. Like you've got so many chamber events, you've got a lot of business networking groups. There's lots of things. Part of our role to grow and expand with my role within Grab Life by the Balls is almost just get out and meet people and make some more mates. I think Brendan Hogan, the CEO of Wishlist, one of his things was, the aim to make impact. They're about maintaining mates and making new mates. And I thought those three really simple things, and you can't do that sitting at a computer or sitting in your office. You need to get out and meet people. And for us, maybe I'm lucky of being in the right place at the right time with what we talk about and what we're promoting and why we do what we do, that it doesn't seem to be a hard sell. I don't really have an angle. I just get to know people and get to chat with them. And then if things work, they kind of organically happen. The general thing is to build relationships with the people first and then see what happens after that, rather than going in with a targeted agenda and going in for the sales straight away. And what I've found out is that everyone knows everyone, so there's no point pissing anyone off because someone else will hear about it really quickly, and they probably know someone that can help you out. And most people, if you're, I think, a good person and quite polite and looking for a relationship and person building first rather than business building, I think you'll go far on the Sunshine Coast. Facebook and Instagram are at Grab Life by the Balls Movement. Obviously, I've been told that if you Google Grab Life by the Balls, nothing funny comes up. Our website comes up, and everything to do with our charity comes up on that front page. If you Google Grab Life by the Balls, obviously the logo is quite specific there with the 2 thumbs up. So you should find us. If you want to reach out and get involved in some way, shape or form, grablifebytheballs.com.au. There's a contact us. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. It'd be great to hear from you.